You've come across the very first episode of Finding Liberty. And on this show, we're going to show you what Bora and I do to maintain our liberties, keep our happiness going. You might want to click subscribe, keep track of what we're up to. Might help you out here or there. Today, we're going to fix the vent fan above our stove on our travel trailer. Let's get started. So, Rockwood Signature Ultra Light 8329 SS. Brand new. Vent fan above the stove stopped working. Yeah, it's under warranty, but that dealer is a long ways away, and it's a very big production to move this trailer. So, just handling it myself. So this is the exhaust vent for our stove, and the travel flap was secured closed. And this is why I believe our, you can't see that, can you? See those little clamps? Yeah, secures the flap so when we're traveling it's not fling-banging around. And I believe that is why our vent fan over the stove overheated and shut down. So checking for voltage on both sides of this filter and fuse box. So there's 12 volts coming in. 12 volts coming out. So that's working. Let's check the ground. Well, the ground works because I know the light works. So that's moot. This is ground. This is where I would have 12 volts if the fan worked. And the fan goes into a switch with this puppy, and that's got 12 volts. So the switch would send it through this cable here. So this just pressed right off, and then I unscrewed a little motor here. I've already spotted the motor available on like Amazon and eBay for 12 bucks. So easy. And underneath this tape here, I found a fuse. Test this fuse here. And what I have here is a continuity tester. So when there's continuity, it lights up. Let's see, best way to do that, maybe run this little plastic cover all the way up and out of the way. Get to one side here. Ah, the fuse is bad. So maybe the motor is fine. But I'll tell you what, I've got it all apart, and for 12 bucks, I'm still gonna buy another one, so I've got a spare. So, you know, I'd like to replace this with a simple automotive fuse, but this is like a thermal fuse. So if your stove catches fire, and this will heat up and shut off your fan, so you're not fanning the flames. So if I replace it with a simple automotive fuse, then we defeat the purpose of having a thermal fuse. So I kind of need the same thing. So ours is a SF96E, which is designed to cut off at 99 degrees centigrade. So yeah, pack of 5 is only $7. So I'll have extras. Yeah, people take these out and put in automotive fuses that are easy to deal with, but you know what? If you've ever got a fire, you're just gonna fan the flames. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna put the right thing in. Okay, here's our incoming thermal cutoff fuses. Got them off Amazon. I'll put a link down below to the one that fit my trailer. Okay, so to put the new fuse on, do you see this sort of connector here? I don't necessarily have that. So what I'm going to do is create that. One of the things I've got up my sleeve is like a million of these little metal connectors in every shape you could imagine. So what I'm going to do is take it and snip off that section, and then boom, I'll have a similar and suitable replacement for that kind of connector. Let's give that a go. I want to take this part off. Okay, now I kind of have that. Okay. Notice there's a short lead wire and a long lead wire. I don't know if it matters, but I went and looked, and the short section went towards the motor. So that's what I'll do here. Short towards the motor. It's in. I'd like it to come out the back if possible. It did on the old one. There we go. Out the back. Crimp. Check it. It's good. Get that in there. There we go. Crimp. Test it for... Okay, good. Let's see if I can get this sleeve to protect that whole setup. This little sleeve fits. Oh, by the way, I mentioned I was going to get another one of these motors. This motor has splines on it, and all the little cheap ones I saw online were a D shaft. So, not exactly the same. I'm going to keep looking for it, but right now, this one's going back in. Alright, let's test it. So the white that we just connected the fuse to is a ground. This black wire is the power. Got the switch up here. This red one's the light. So, the switch... Oh, the switch is another matter, by the way. The switch broke while I was monkeying around diagnosing the issue. So this is actually the light switch I'm using. Nice! Works. Alright, let me put the fan blade back on, screw it back down to the frame, and I'm going to button this back up so my better half can do the cooking. I married an Italian, and she loves cooking. She's an amazing cook. So I definitely want to do the proper maintenance on her playground here. So I reapplied this fiber tape around the fuse. That's how it came out. I'm just wanting to show that to you there. And then I'm going to screw it back onto its little frame and rock and roll. Check it again, make sure I've not disrupted anything. Excellent. There we go. back together. So there are these tangs that slide into these slots. And then you bend them on the back side so they stay on the hood. Right there. So the fan must be removed with the entire hood assembly. And then once you've got that out, then you take the fan out. So, figured that one out the hard way. I was trying to just pull the fan. I didn't want to pull the whole hood. But, yeah, it took 4 more screws, these big long guys, to get the hood out. But, before we do that, let's put the fan back in its little screw holes. All my little wires sorted. Screw this puppy down. Working in dark spaces. Alright, let's talk about this switch here. Original switch. Got a cute little picture of a fan on it, and when I was disconnecting things to do the diagnostics, this tank came out. I did try to put it back in, but then I couldn't get this switch to continue working. So, I've been doing all this testing with the light switch here. But, my local hardware store had a similar switch. Little red rocker, same size tangs. It's got an extra post. So we won't be using this one. We're going to use the ground and the line post. And I'll just cap this one off. So let's put that in. Boom. There's our new fan switch. It's just like $3 at a Ace Hardware kind of a store. Okay, this is coming off the fan. This is going to be the power switch, even though it's black. Geniuses. And this guy here is a common ground. Going to common ground. And let's plug the light bulb back in. Let's test everything now. There's the light. There's the fan. There is one more piece of sheet metal, protects all these wires. It goes right here. Another one of these little screws holds it to the hood. One more thing. 2 more things. Don't break it. There we go. The lens for the light. Make sure the rectangular part of the exhaust lines up nice and smooth with your the wall of your trailer, RV. Remember, we're just screwing into barely cardboard here. Just the next step above cardboard. Don't go cranking down. Snug it, and you're done. Okay, one last test here. Make sure everything's working. Nice. Now, I'm going to go outside and make sure that's blowing out that vent flap that was previously shut. Alright. Yeah, so the force of the fan actually opens that up pretty well. You can feel the breeze. Working. Alright, that takes care of the fan. Make sure your flap is open and not latched.